this is the interesting one. So first round pick, George Karlaftis, the Greek freak, George the Animal Steel, whatever you want to call him. He said this week that since the pre-draft process, he's lost about 10 to 15 pounds. Now, he came into the draft at about 266. So that makes you believe that he's about 250 to 255, maybe. So, and a lot of people actually thought going into going into training camp and stuff, he was going to be a tweener DND tackle type. But like, if you're dropping 10 to 15 pounds, it sounds like he's kind of specializing in this pass rush niche or whatnot. But so he said he claims he has worked a lot on his strength, mobility, and speed, trying to transition to becoming a professional. And then with that, he's lost 10 to 15 pounds. So I have to ask you, when you hear that he's lost 10 to 15 pounds from a 266 that he was at the combine, what does that mean to you? And what does that mean to you about a specific pass rush kind of specialist plan they have for him?
Kind of thinking through this, 10 to 15 pounds. You said he came in, we said 266?
266 was what he weighed in at the combine.
At the combine. Okay, so it's probably telling me, after thinking about it, he probably gained a little weight after the combine. He probably tried to slim down at the combine so he can get, obviously his measurables up, speed and all of that, to look slimmer, to look faster. So I'm sure they probably went into it. So he probably gained another 5. He's probably around about 270, something like that. So losing 10 to 260, I'm sure he's probably about 260, 262, somewhere around there. Maybe 268. So when he says 15, that's combine was a while ago, right? To now, okay, he probably gained some weight. He got out there, started eating some barbecue and, enjoying a lot of good food, I'm sure. People cooking for him, cakes and all that from the celebration of being drafted.
Yeah.
But I think, that's a professional way of doing things, right? Slimming down, seeing what you could, and the best thing to do is do it right now so you can see how your body actually performs. Okay. How does it work with losing that type of weight? Are you going to be able to retain your strength? Because that's really one of the things, like when you lose weight, is are you going to be able to keep the strength that you had before? Because sometimes people lose weight, they lose strength and, muscle and all that. But if he's slimming down and he's just tightening everything up, which I'm sure now, he's probably got one of the top trainers. If he doesn't, he needs to. And somebody getting him on a diet and all those good things, and so I think that may be what he's doing, getting rid of some of that college baby fat or that college fat, if you will, from eating all the pizzas and all those other things
that beer.
Yeah. So like, hey man, change your lifestyle up, change your body up. And so I think to me, that's good. Like I said, as long as he's not losing any strength, he's not getting tossed around. If he's still around 255 to 260, hey, that's good. I think that's good for him. Yeah. I think that's going to be where he's going to be able to be slimmer. He's going to be a little bit faster, a little bit quicker. So like I said before, he's doing that, then cool. If he's able to be effective, it's all that matters. Shoot, it's all that matters.
So you think that, and you obviously went through this process, but like from the time he gets drafted, do you think this is kind of corresponding to a plan that maybe the team has for him?
I don't know. Maybe. So the D-line coach who's been around for a long time, I'm sure has been in his ear like, hey, look, if you do this, you do that, no telling how good you're going to be, you'll be. And so, they might have said some things to him about what their plans for him would be for this season. Right. And so him being able to do that, and like you said, correlate with what their plans are, I'm sure that's probably the bigger scheme of things, possibly. And if not, he probably taking up on himself, like, well, shoot, let me go ahead and lose about 5 or 10 pounds. And so would you have a nutritionist will tell you, like, listen, you know what, if you slim down, but if you lose too much of this, you might lose muscle mass. And all. So I'm sure he's listening to, the dietitian, nutritionist, all of that. He's taking all that into account. You just don't on your own be like, well, I'm just going to lose weight. I'm just going to lose 10 to 15 pounds.
Yeah.
And you come in and Andy Reid's looking at you like, hold on, who are you? It's not what we drafted. We didn't draft that. So I'm sure somebody had to sign off on what he said he was going to do with his plans. Like, hey, look, what do you think? And like I said, it's best to do it now during the off season. Like I said, OTAs and the mini camps before you get to training camp, because when you get to training camp, you're just doing a lot of work. Well, shoot, not like we used to. I'm that way. Club man out there now, baby. Shoot. But they're gonna be working out there in the sun. They're gonna be losing a lot of weight. It's gonna be hard to keep that weight on them. It's good to kind of see where he's at right now with it. So,
and do you think for the fans that thought that he was going to be a tweener DTDN, do you think this kind of cements the fact that he's going to be an edge guy with this kind of 10 to 15 pound talk, or do you think there's still a chance he could play a little bit of inside?
I think he'll do a little bit of both. I think he could. Why not? Why not see? So if he's a guy that may be able to, I don't know, maybe give, maybe Chris a break. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, you don't know. But he's going to be more of the edge guy. We know that. Outside defensive end, stand-up guy. That's what we brought him in to be. Yeah. And so that would be his primary role, to be the pass rush guy. But we still need a little weight, when they run the football.
Yeah.
So we can't have two guys out there thin, him and Frank Clark. Shoot.
Yeah.
No.
I will say with the Chris Jones thing, I mean, I don't want Chris taking many breaks just based on our other DT situation. I don't want Chris taking many breaks on that interior. But we'll say the reports so far out of minicamp, he looks very not slim, but apparently he's been taking care of his body. So whatever you want to take, I mean, that there have been in the past, he's kind of been a little heavier, but apparently he's taking care of himself big time this offseason. He looks pretty good.
Oh, you talking about Chris?
Oh, Chris Jones. Yeah, that's
okay. Yeah. Sure. He see that Aaron Donald money. He like, hey.
Yep.
You never run here.
He probably knew it was coming after he heard it, the Donald retirement talks. He's like, okay, he's saying that he's gonna get paid. I'm gonna be in my tip top shape by the time fall comes around.
Yes, sir. So you got to put a piece of paper of the contract up. How much did Aaron Donald sign? You put that right up there every time I wake up.
Yep.
What I need to see.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get podcasts.